another video. This one today is going to be my favorite rig setup. It's probably the most commonly used in carp fishing. It's just going to be your standard bolt rig. Just going to have our plain hair rig with her bait, and I'm going to be using an inline cube for this. This is probably the best one to use for a bolt rig. It's compact size, puts all the weight on one side, that way when the fish goes to pick it up, it has all the weight right there, and more times than not you're going to have a running fish with it. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. It's very simple. It's similar to how I have the lead clip system. I'm only using a different type of lead, and this is going to be inline, and I'll show you how this works in a second. So let's get started. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always here to answer anything. I have updates on my phone all the time, so no matter where I'm at, I can hopefully get back to you in a timely response. I'm going to be doing many videos. These are kind of your basic startup rigs to get you going, and let's get to it. Okay, just to show you what we need. This is just going to represent the main line. We're going to need an inline cube, tail rubber, the hair rig, a little piece of tubing, and then again I like to use the flexi swivel with quick swivel as well. That just makes rig tying or rig changing a lot simpler. So let's get started. Again, I'm going to show you step by step with the photos in between so you can follow along easier. First step, put on the tail rubber. Okay, we're sliding that down through. And next thing, inline lead. We're just going to thread that through as well. The purpose of the tail rubber is just to protect that plastic. As you reel in, it's going to beat it up pretty bad. So that just slides over like that. Let me slide that over. That way when you reel it in, it's going to protect it. It's cheaper to replace a tail rubber than it is the lead insert. So that's why I do that. So I'll stop right there and I'll take a photo just so you can see. Okay, next step, all I'm going to do is, I already have this clipped on. I have my flexi swivel and quick change swivel together. That's usually my standard practice because it makes it rig changing a lot simpler. Again, I'm just going to do a real quick knot just so it holds together, and I'm not going to put any spit or water on it as well. Usually I always do that, that way less chance of it breaking. Just do a quick knot here just to represent it. Again, didn't put any water or anything on there. I always do that with my knots. Always want to wet that down just so you know it's going to cinch better. Okay, so basically at this point we have our swivel in front of it. All we're going to do is pop it into the lead. And it's just a little tough to put in. That's going to create the bolt rig effect. So that's where we're at right now. Tail rubber, inline lead, and we have our swivel into it. The next step is we just have to put on our hair rig. Okay, last step I'm going to do is put my hair rig onto this quick change swivel. I have a piece of tubing that I slid down my hair rig. I'll explain that in a second. What I'm doing, I just put that on. Slide that around. And then I pull up the tubing. That's going to go over top the bend of the quick change swivel. All that's going to do is protect it. That way I know the knot's not going to slip. And adjust my lead here. So tail rubber, inline lead, flexi ring swivel, which is attached to a quick change swivel, piece of tubing, then I have my hair rig. And we're good to go. So basically this works just like my lead clip system. This is going to cast a lot easier because it is inline. If you want to put a pack bait around it, method, or a ground bait, it makes it a lot easier flying inline. It's also easier to pack around inline. So what's happening, just like my other video, carp comes along, goes to suck it in, goes to lift up on it. Your hook just flipped around, and as soon as it feels that, it's going to go try tugging away. This is a 3.5 ounce lead. It doesn't look that big, but it's real dense, and because all the weight's on one side, it's going to set the hook instantly. So that actually went into my hand a little bit, which didn't want that. But it goes to show you how it works. Flips up, flips right over, and then you're going to have a screaming fish. And then a lot of people say these are not safe because they don't come off. I beg to differ. If your line breaks, that just popped right off. So that is safe for the fish. Your main line breaks, that's going to slide right off and fall off. That's about all there is to it. It's pretty basic, straightforward. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, or what I used in the video. Again, I'm going to try doing photos of everything I'm using. That way you can see it up close as well. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to see any other rigs or any other types of videos, just let me know in the comments. And hit subscribe, like the video, and hope you enjoyed these. Again, I'm Brian Wingard. Thanks for watching.